Kelsey, this thing's the first time we've talked to you since the season started. So,
Yeah.
How has it gone out there? How are you feeling? Getting comfortable being new team, new offense, all of that.
Yeah, I feel very comfortable. I feel like I've been here for a long time. I think the offense is really coming together well. I think the last game has really been like an example of the hard work that we've been putting in to really gel everything together. And I think that all the units on the offense are really coming together well, and we're going to be really good for the rest of the season.
Part of the reason you came here was you wanted to showcase yourself, and obviously you're not getting the #1 reps, but you're getting a lot of reps. So is this what you wanted, what you expected, or were we hoping maybe to get a little more out of this? Or?
Well, you have to work with what you have. All I can do is show up to work every day and do my job. Whether that constitutes more carries or less carries, I really can't control that. All I can do is control my performance and my preparation. So I'm just handling what I can control.
It seems like you are getting more of a chance to kind of be that traditional running back here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, does that excite you? Not coming from Stanford, you did a lot of that fly sweep stuff.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, one of the biggest reasons that I wanted to pursue other options for my 5th year was to showcase that I can run between the tackles, I can pass protect, I can catch the football out of the backfield. I have a lot more to my skill set than running fly sweeps and things like that. And so I think Boise has really done a great job in exploiting that.
How tough is it to kind of break that mold or that label, I guess, when you kind of just are a fly sweep guy?
I think I don't know. All you can do is really just practice the way that you believe that you are. In practice, I get all the types of plays. I can go outside. I can go between the tackles. That it has to do with just like the game plan. The coaches are going to put players in the best position that they think will help the team. So all I can do is during practice is just make sure that on every opportunity that I get, that I use it to the fullest.
In the Washington game, obviously you got some opportunities. In the BYU game, I know they targeted you once, I think, but you didn't get any carries. Was that frustrating at all? And then obviously at least you were able to bounce back against Idaho State and find the end zone.
Right. Yeah. Well, anytime that things aren't going the way that you want them to, it's definitely frustrating. But like I said, all you can do is control what you can control. And so after the BYU game, all I did was kind of go back to basics. In practice, I was just gonna make sure that there is no bad blood. Or nothing bad that I would put on tape that would say that, oh, maybe he is not the guy to go to this week. So just kind of going back to basics and just making sure that I do my job in practice and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
So how nice was it, I guess, against Idaho State to get back out there and have some success and show them that you need to be a part of the offense? Yeah,
it's great. It's great when you put in the work and it pays off. I think playing against Idaho State, it was just a really good time for all of the offense to really put on film what we've been working for and what we're capable of.
Coaches said you kind of provided a spark there in the start of the second half. When did they tell you were going to start the second half, and did that kind of motivate you a little bit to go out there and kind of see what you could do there?
Well, it's funny because they kind of they just kind of tell you to go in, and so it's like you're always up on your toes because you never know when that chance is going to happen. So when they said, yeah, Kelsey, you're in, I'm like, this is my opportunity. All I have to do is do my job, control what I can control, and help the team be victorious. And that was the mindset that I had, and it worked out.
You seem to have a pretty physical running style. That always been your style, or something you've developed through the years in college?
It has been. I mean, I grew up watching running backs like Toby Gerhart, who was was at Stanford before I was, and we went to the same high school. So watching his running style, where he would always lower his shoulder, and I feel like always had the natural ability to make a guy miss. So ever since I was younger, I wanted to mold my game to be kind of a combination of both.
Where does that? I mean, it also just kind of takes sheer determination to break some of those tackles. What's the fire that burns inside you, or whatnot? Is there one that causes you to make guys miss and whatnot?
Right. I mean, in my mindset, I want to be the best running back that I can possibly be. And that entails me breaking tackles, trying to score on every play that I get every time I touch the ball. So I really think that it's just the mindset that you want to be the best that you can be, and it kind of just works out that way.
Was it gratifying to get in the end zone?
Yeah, it's been long awaited. So yeah, it was really gratifying. Really happy to be able to score some touchdowns in some critical situations.
Your brother was in too, right?
Yeah, he got his first taste of college football, and I think he was more excited after the game than I was. My family was really excited, watching back home and everything, and I was pretty happy for him too.
Oh, they gypped him on the touchdown though. He was in.
He made sure that all the family through Facebook knew that. He recorded the replay of it and everything, and just sent out a public service announcement to our family that it was a touchdown, guys. So I credit that.
What about going on the road Friday? 4 or 5 hour flight. You get there 2 days early. What kind of challenges for you guys to have to go out there early and then try to focus and be ready to go out there on Friday night?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be too much of a distraction, because we understand that it is a business trip, and we're out there for one thing, and that's to play really well and be victorious. So with all that mindset, I think that the team is not going to have many distractions.
Was that a proud big bro moment for you, seeing Corey get in the game? And I mean, he kind of ran like his big brother there too. Put his hand on the ground one time with breaking tackles.
Yeah. It's so cool, because we kind of feed off each other, just like going back to when we were younger, always playing in the in our upper stairs, and breaking walls and making our parents go crazy. But I think our running styles, we naturally just have a lot of the same tendencies, just from setting each other and playing with each other all the time. So it wasn't too shocking to see what he could do, just because I've been seeing it all my life.
You said breaking walls?
Yeah, definitely. Put some holes in some walls, and broken some tables that my mom was not too proud of us doing in the past, but it kind of worked out.
How confident is the offense in Stewart and Rippon to lead you guys moving forward with Finley being out?
Yeah, I mean, since day one, all of the quarterbacks have been competing to be the starters. So the approach from Tommy and Brett has been as if they were the starter even when Ryan was going. So I think it's going to be even more of a focus between them, because now they know that it's for real, and the competition is still up, and I think they're going to have some extra motivation to do their job.
Travis was inserted in the starting offensive line. What kind of impact do you feel he had on that starting unit?
Yeah, I think the numbers speak for themselves. We did pretty well rushing, and just passing the ball, and just having a really good showing as an offense in general. I think we did a really good job of just utilizing our offensive linemen too. We had a lot of guys come off from the sideline, just getting big men personnel in, and we did a really good job using all of our offensive linemen this past game. And I think we should be able to do that for the rest of the season.
How big is that going to be for you guys moving forward, especially with two young, inexperienced quarterbacks, to have the running game get going and rush for 350 or whatever like you did last game?
Right. Yeah, I think the expectations rise for every position, for running backs, for receivers, for the linemen, because we understand that that the quarterback position is probably right now probably the most inexperienced, but they are very competitive, and as long as we do not compromise our standard as an offense, then we will be fine.
After getting back to just kind of the opportunity at hand, and after you were at Stanford, and I know you got opportunities there, but when you get into a drive like you did on your first drive, and you get the ball 5 times in a row, and what does opportunity mean, and the chance to get into a rhythm? And I mean, is this something that you think about, like one year to do it, 1 year to make yourself kind of?
Yeah. The opportunity to get into the rhythm is a different mindset that you have, because you're more like, okay, instead of me being uptight and making sure that I do it perfectly for this one rep that I may get, you kind of get to feel more and play more naturally once you do get into a rhythm and you're not as uptight. And I think that for a running back, that makes you a lot more productive.
And then finally, just breaking tackles. Coach had talked about he kind of provided the spark there, but they also Drink said yesterday that they noticed Jeremy kind of ran with a little more vigor or whatnot in the second half after watching you do that. Is that the way that the ground game needs to look? Getting on safeties and breaking tackles and that sort of ordeal?
Right. I think we emphasize in the running back room to be dogs. You just want to be very violent out there and do everything that we can to kind of be the legs of the team. And sometimes that entails breaking tackles, sometimes that entails making a big block, whatever it be. But I think we all have that mindset, and we kind of just feed off each other.